Hey, what's going on, Bucks Nation? Fear the Dare Lane. Oh man, since the last time I dropped the video, I believe what we went 2-0. We beat the Knicks and then we beat the Hawks. That Hawks game, man, I felt like that was like the measuring stick. Um, I felt like the Hawks made a lot of improvements in the offseason. And just based off of where they were last year, how they ended their season in the postseason, and just the moves they made in the offseason, I just felt like um, if we were going to measure, or if we needed a measuring stick this so early in the season, this would be that test, man. And especially this, without Chris Middleton, who's dealing with his injuries. It seems like, man, ever since we had this like big three thing with Giannis, Drew, and Chris, we really ain't have the big three, man. You know what I mean? That's just my take on it. But I just noticed with this injury with Chris Middleton and his injuries that's plaguing him. I know it's forcing Drew Holiday to be more aggressive, and he's always aggressive based even when Chris Middleton's playing. But I just think now he has to take these shots just to help out Giannis with the scoring load. And just he's a demon on the defensive end. So it's certain players they have the ability to take more shots based on the effort they play on the defensive end. And I just feel like I know now Giannis is like the best two-way player in the league, man. He's shutting down dudes on the defensive end, and offensively he's growing. He's becoming a better version of himself every single game. It feels like. But with the Knicks game, we've played very well defensively this early on in the season, and I know it's basically because of our backcourt with Holiday and Carter. It made it difficult for Brunson and R.J. Barrett earlier in that game. I got my phone here. Let me just bring up the stats from that victory. All right, here we go. So we pretty much was blowing them out. I watched this game. It really wasn't close. They made a few plays here and there, just like every team really does. But the final score was 119 and 108. Giannis finished this game 30 points, 14 boards, 1 for 6 from 3, and he shot about 50% from the field. 9 assists as well. So as you know what I mean, that's the one thing about this Bucks team is that they're back defensively. I know I spoke about it in older videos about just the mentality that these guys were they felt like they were losing a defensive touch and the physicalness that they played with. But I think especially with Brook Lopez and how he and I might have been it because I know last year he missed majority of the season with his back injury, but that probably was a testament to how physical and how serious he plays on the defensive end. But with him being healthy this year, I think the overall defense of our team has improved, and it shows, man. Especially when you have Giannis, who can play defense on the perimeter and the post. And then you got Drew Holiday, man, and it just makes it difficult. And then even with Carter, and then you got Bobby Portis with his energy, man, and it's just special, man. It's special that we're already playing like this early on in the season. It's like we're almost it's like we're at mid-season form in the first week, 2 weeks of the season. You know what I mean? And it's like the ball movement is incredible right now. It's incredible that we have this energy, man, and I think it's just going to keep developing and getting better, and hopefully, let me see, we can look at the next few games coming up, and we can see what test. I mean, I feel like a lot of these games can be a test, depending on if you overlook a certain team and they just happen to have a night. You know what I mean? So let me finish looking at this. All right, so Randall finished with 14 points, 12 rebounds. he struggled 3 for 10. He only took 10 shots, which is a little crazy to me. That Randall, which is he's more of a one of their go-to guys, man. He only hit 10. He only shot 10 shots, but R.J. Barrett took 17 of them. He hit 7, finished with 20 points, and Fournier. So I guess what Brunson. Okay, all right. So yeah, so Brunson shot 3 for 10. So that's what I was saying. Just our backcourt defensively, man, they're going to give these guys hell. The opposing backcourt, they're not going to have their way, man. When you got Drew and Carter, it's going to be very hard. And even when Grayson Allen, he always was a guy that took defense very seriously. So it doesn't really matter who's starting in our backcourt. I feel like the defense with Giannis and Lopez, and then we have our 2 backcourt guys, I feel like that is going to make it difficult for any guard or that's going to try to come in and get their own shot and go to the basket. What else would I want to say? Yeah, Derrick Rose played solid off the bench in this game as well. That's one thing I noticed about the Knicks game. But this one, like I said, it really wasn't close. But the Knicks at the time, they were 3-1. So we're just gonna see how it goes from there, man. Oh man. All right, so then we had the Hawks game. So this game was more really about how we were going to play Trey Young. Dropped 40 points on us. So I feel like that was a given though, man, because it's like anybody that can stretch the court, create his own shot off the dribble, that's like the killer for our defense. Is a guy with ball handle skills, and he's quick. He can get to his spots whenever he wants to, and he has a relentless jumper, and they'll give him the green light, man. You can shoot as many times as you want. 32 shots, 5 for 10 from 3, which they'll live with that. The Hawks coach, they'll let Trey Young shoot 30 times a game. They don't, that's just what he brings to their team. With this game against the Hawks, final score 123-115. I felt like this game, Drew Holiday felt the urgency to score and keep this game more competitive on as far as him attacking the basket on the offensive end. Drew Holiday in this game, 13 for 22, 3 for 7 from 3, 34 points, 12 assists. Giannis had 34 points, 17 boards, 1 for 1 from 3, 11 for 22. So you see how he's like pretty much in that range of just getting about 25 shot attempts, and then he's trying to get his teammates involved. This one, he had 17 rebounds, and that's big when you're going against like a front court like with Capella, which is a rebound monster. He finished with 10, but Giannis had 17 rebounds and Lopez had 6. Lopez had 21 points with 5 threes. This is the Brook Lopez that made this Bucks team so lethal. The fact that he can create his own shot pretty much off the dribble, because these big guys, man, they have to come out and try to defend his 3 ball. He's able to take them off the dribble, and that's what makes this team so special, is that he can shoot the 3 very well, and when it's hitting, it's hitting. He had 5 of them, and then like I said, man, him and Giannis, they're able to force pressure on the opposing team's front court, because they can take the shots off, or they can create their own shot off the dribble and take it to the cup if they need be, man. And Drew Holiday, man, when he's hitting, this Bucks team is almost impossible to beat. Like we see, even on Twitter, if you just, I'm on Twitter with a couple Bucks page or Bucks fans and stuff like that, and a lot of them are just they're not really happy with Holiday and his effort. Well, it's not his lack of effort, but just the fact that he misses a lot of shots. But with the pace that the Bucks play with, somebody has to take the shots. With Middleton being out in his fast-paced offense, Holiday sometimes gets the rebound and just goes right down court. And it reminds me a little bit of what Eric Bledsoe used to do. And this is why I didn't like Eric Bledsoe on our team. He was a good player on other teams, but when he was on the Bucks, man, I just felt like he just wanted. He tried to basically keep up with the fast pace, but his shot selection was not great. And you know, I didn't. That was my only knock on him, is that he would get to the cup and miss like blatant layups, man. And I would, drive me a little crazy. But yeah, I think this game right here was a true test to what we're trying to do offensively and defensively, and I felt like we passed this test, man. And this is a testament to Coach Bud, him getting this team ready to try to get another title, man. Like 2 times in 3 years, man. I feel like, and it's crazy because a lot of analysts are picking the Bucks to go to the finals, and I don't really like when analysts pick my team. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm used to like getting the hate from other teams, you know what I mean? Or not other teams, but other fans, other analysts. We're used to being an underdog because whatever notion you want to hit us with. But I don't know, man. I just think this Bucks team, as like last year, we didn't start off this great. We're not even record wise, but just like the defense was a struggle last year, and I felt like the offense was a little bit more stagnant. This offense now is more fluid. It's a lot of ball movement. Excuse me. And guys are hitting their open shots, man. And I think if they keep up this energy, man, it might. Who knows? I'm not going to predict when we're going to lose, but it's going to be tough for any team to beat us. Now we do have a game later on tonight against the Pistons, I believe, and the Pistons just came off a victory against the Warriors. I know Klay Thompson didn't play, but Klay Thompson hasn't really been playing a lot in the last few seasons based off of his injury, but he did miss that game, and the Pistons still beat the Warriors. So whoever hit FanDuel on that one, man, I know they're a little happy. And that's the last game of October. Obviously, that's I'm 2 O's right there. It was crazy. And then we got the Pistons again on Wednesday, and then we finished this week out with the Timberwolves and the Thunder. That Timberwolves game, man, that's going to be a little fun because of Cat and Rudy Gobert. So that one, man, I feel like that one's the one we got to circle our calendar on because they're going to match up well with Giannis and Brook Lopez, man. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Try to build this community up, man. I've been a Bucks fan for about 5 seasons now, and I'm trying to get into it, man. As far as I've already been watching a lot of the games, but eventually I'm gonna start streaming because I know a lot of people don't get access to every single game. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good one. Please.